Welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Jesh Simples, where we make simple things with simple ingredients. So today we are going to make emulsified aloe vera body butter. So when I say emulsified, so it means it has water in it. So yeah, so we are going to make this beautiful aloe vera emulsified body butter. Yeah, so to this body butter is very light on our skin, unlike our traditional body butter. So to begin with, we are going to sanitize our equipment, and I'm using this rubbing alcohol. So I'm going to sanitize all the equipment and the containers before I start making the body butter. So the reason why we need to sanitize and clean everything is we don't want anything to get into our product. Yeah, so even our hands, we need to sanitize our hands before we start making our body butter or making any product. Any product that you're going to use on your skin, so you need to sanitize. So now to begin with, so we are going to start with our water phase. So we're going to weigh our water, distilled water. So I'm going to weigh around 220 grams. I'm making a 500 grams batch. So I'm going to weigh 220 grams of water, yeah, distilled water. And then I'm going to add aloe vera juice. So I got this aloe vera juice and it's brown in color. I didn't get the clear one, so that's why my butter is brown in colors, but it's okay. So you can also use aloe vera gel, and you can also use aloe vera powder or aloe vera extract, but I had this aloe vera juice, so this is what I'm using. Yeah, so I'm going to weigh that. You need like 100 grams of it. Yeah, after that we are going to weigh our glycerin. So the glycerin is, it helps to draw moisture in our skin. Yeah, so that's why we need our glycerin. And remember, aloe vera juice is very good for our skin. It soothes the sunburn. It helps in anti-aging. It's very good for our skin. Now we are going for face, oil face. So after we finish with our water face, we need to put it aside, and then we go to our oil face. On our oil face, I'm using butters and emulsifying wax and cetyl alcohol. So I'm weighing my shea butter. So this is the shea butter that I'm weighing. Yeah, I'm using the shea butter, and I'm using also a cocoa butter. So I'm going to weigh them. Yes, so the shea butter is very good for our skin, and as well as the cocoa butter. So I'm using like 10% of shea butter and 4% of cocoa butter. So because cocoa butter we don't need a lot. Yeah, so I'm going to weigh that. Yeah, and I'm not going to put my oils here because I want to melt the butters first and the wax first before I put the oil. So yeah, so I'm going to weigh my emulsifying wax. This is what is going to help combine oils and water. Yeah, so I'm going to weigh that emulsifying wax, and emulsifying wax NF is also good for our skin. It conditions our skin. So yeah, and there's also other emulsifiers, so just use what you have. Yeah, so I'm going to use emulsifying wax NF. So now I'm going to weigh my cetyl alcohol, and you can use cetyl alcohol if you have ceteric alcohol. So I'm using cetyl alcohol. Yeah, so I'm going to weigh that. So the cetyl alcohol is a stabilizer, and it's just also a co-emulsifier. Yeah, so after that, I'm going to put my oil phase and water phase into a double boiler and let it heat so that it can be at the same temperature. Yeah, so you need to make sure they are at the same temperature, so the oil and the water will not, make sure it does not separate. So after that, I'm going to, after the oil and waxes has melted, I'm now going to add my liquid oil. So the liquid oil I'm going to add is the rosehip oil. Yeah, I'm going to add just like I need like 3% of it, so I'm going to add rosehip oil. And also I'm going to add almond oil. So almond oil is also very good for our skin when you combine it with the rosehip oil. Yes, so all these oils are very good for our skin. This body butter will be good for someone who has dry skin, sensitive skin. Yeah, so yeah, so I'm going to add like also like 3% of almond oil in it, and then I'm going to mix it to combine all the oils and the waxes and the butters together. I can put it into my water phase. Yeah, so I'm going to, now after I am mixed, I'm going to combine my oil phase into my water phase. So as you can see, it turns into white color, meaning yeah, it is emulsifying. So yeah, so you need to mix it very well to make sure that it doesn't separate. So for me, I'm using a hand mixer, but if you have like a hand blender, it's better. But I'm using this hand mixer because I don't have a hand blender. So yeah, you need, it's still watery because it's still hot, but as it cools down, it's going to thicken up. Yeah, so we are going to mix it for a while and leave it to thicken up. Yeah, so it's still watery, but it's cooling down. As you can see, it has started thickening up. So we are just going to keep on mixing, yeah, until it has thickened up. So we are going to mix for a while, leave it, come back, mix it again, leave it until it has cooled down. So once it cools down, it's going to thicken up. So yeah, so after a while, like 1 hour, it cooled down and it has thickened up. So this is the texture of my body butter. So now I'm going to the phase C, where I'm going to add the cool down ingredients, yeah, like preservatives, like fragrance oils, or fragrances oils, and essential oils, and vitamin E or extracts, yeah, whatever you want to add. So I'm going to use this liquid germall plus preservative. I like using it, yeah, because it's broad. You can use it here on anything, yeah. So I'm going to use this one, and I'm going also to add my fragrance oil, and I'm going also to add vitamin E oil. So vitamin E oil is an antioxidant. It helps the oil to stay. It's not a preservative, but it helps the oils to stay low. And it's also very nice for our skin. Yes, so that's why I'm putting vitamin E oil. So after I put this, I'm going to mix it very well. I don't need a mixer. I'm just going to use a spoon to mix it until it all combines together. Yeah, So you need to make sure it has cooled down completely, because like with things like that, the oils like vitamin A are very sensitive to heat, and also some preservative also, they are very sensitive to heat. So you need to make sure it has cooled down. So yeah, that's why it is called cool down face. Yeah, so I'm going to mix this one very well. Yeah, and at this stage now the batter is ready. You can put it into into the containers, but for me, I'm going to let it cool down more, like completely, before I put it into the containers. Yeah, and you're going to see once it cool down completely, the texture is going even to be more, the butter is going to be even more thicker. Yeah, so yeah, so mine has cooled down completely. So this is my final result. This is my emulsified aloe vera body butter. As you can see, it has thickened up, so I'm not going to put it into the container. Yeah, so the texture is very, it's not that, it's not very thick, and it's not it's not runny, so it is there, it's just like a cream. Yeah, so unlike, and this one is going to stay like this, unlike the traditional body butter. The traditional body butter, sometimes it hardens, it also melts depending on the temperature. So this is my emulsified aloe vera body butter. As you can see, it's looking very beautiful. Yeah, so now I'm going to test this one on my skin. Yeah, it feels very soft. The skin feels very conditioned. Yeah, and it is getting to the skin very well, and it's not oily, it's not greasy. Yeah, it's very moisturizing. The skin feels soft. Yeah, so I hope you can try this recipe at home. It's very easy to make. Yeah, it's very, very easy to make. You can even use fresh aloe vera gel if you have, but it's not going to stay for long, so that's why we recommend you use the one that is like aloe vera juice. So thank you for watching, and see you on the next video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.